Okay, all right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome every one of you joining us on this platform tonight. Yes, can we share the link? Can we share the link? We are having a training tonight for activated members. Yes, so it's very important that we share the link with our team members to join us, since we are having a family meeting. This is a family meeting. Yes. So I want to welcome all of you joining us on the platform. My name is Mopiiwa, joining you from Johannesburg in South Africa. Yes, I'm one of the coaches in Crypto Ambassadors. So tonight we are having a training. We are going to look at how to make entry with our Royal Q robot using one of the amazing indicators that Royal Q has brought into its platform. So let me see if I'm audible enough. If you can hear me, please give me a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, give me a 1 in the chat if I'm loud and clear. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for the confirmations that I'm receiving in the chat. I'm loud and clear. So I'm going to share my screen so that we get into our training right away. I'm not going to wait for long. Yes, it's very important. If there is someone that you want to be on this Zoom, please tell them we are live right now and we are also streaming live. So there is no need for somebody to ask for a recording because we are streaming live. All right. So I'm going to share my screen, then we go into the training for today. All right. If you happen to have questions, or probably you'll be having questions while we are going through the training, please just hold the questions until the end. I'm going to allow you to ask the questions at the end. All right. If you happen to have questions while I will be presenting, please just hold on the questions. I'm going to take the questions at the end. All right. So that we are able to save time. Or probably if you decide to throw the question in the chat, I may not see it, then you have to ask the question again. All right. So just hold on the questions. Then we will be having some time at the end of the training. Then we'll be able to handle those questions. Once again, greetings and welcome to our training, all our great leaders joining us tonight. We are so thankful and grateful that you are still supporting us until today. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? If my screen is visible, drop me a yes in the chat. If I'm able to share screen, drop me a yes in the chat. If you are able to see my screen, please drop me a yes in the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna start from here, but I'll come back again here on our Royal Q platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you open your Royal Q robot and you want to set any coin, whether you are doing sporting trading, whether you are doing futures, but each and every pair, when you open it, RoyalQ is able to give you the market, okay? RoyalQ is able to give you the market, an overview of how the coin is performing. So you can see that there is a chart here that is showing you candles, all right? So this is the market, all right? Here on the board, it's where you are able to see the type of coin or type of coins that you are trading under the board. So when you look here at the bottom of the chart, when you look here at the bottom of the chart, RoyalQ is giving us indicators. There are indicators here. Down right here, there are different types of indicators that RoyalQ is giving us. Some of these indicators, you are able to use them here in the chart. Okay, you can see that we do have moving averages, we do have the Bollinger Bands, we do have the volume, we do have the MACD, we do have the KDJ, as well as the RSI. So these three indicators, the MACD, KDJ, as well as RSI, we normally use them to make entry in the market. While these three indicators, they are here to help us to see how the coin is performing here on top in terms of price. You can see that there is an indicator running within these candles, all right? And here at the bottom also, you are able to see that there is also an indicator. And here you can also, there is a volume indicator right there. So these three indicators, they are the ones that we normally use to enter the market. What do I mean when I say entering the market? We can set the robot to buy when something has happened in one of these indicators. Or let me put it in simple terms. We can use the MACD indicator and set it in our RoyalQ robot so that the robot should only buy when the MACD indicator gives a signal. All right. If it is not the MACD indicator, then it should be the KDJ indicator or the RSI indicator. So these three indicators, we can use them to make entries in the market. While these three, we are able to use them and see the overview, how the market is performing right here. Okay, so this is what you are able to see when you open any coin. It gives you the market, so you are able to look at what is happening in the market. All right, so you can see this is the moving average. Okay, this is the moving average. When I tap on it, you are going to see within the candles here, can you see there is nothing here on top when it comes to indicator? All right, so when I tap on the moving average, you are going to see an indicator appearing right within the candles. Can you see there? We do have this indicator, which is the moving average. If I move the moving average, I remove it, okay? There is no indicator. Then I press or I tap Bollinger Bands, okay? This is the Bollinger Bands indicator. So if I tap on the Bollinger Bands, you are going to see the indicator coming into the chart, okay? So you are able also to use the Bollinger Bands and see what is happening. We have been giving you training on how to trade, the market. Yes, whether it is an upward movement, whether it is a downward movement, that is if you are into futures using these indicators. All right, so that is the Bollinger Band appearing right there. Okay, so I'm going to remove it, then I tap volume. Okay, I tap volume. You can see that volume is appearing down here. Okay, volume is appearing down there. That is the volume indicator. If I remove the volume, then I'm going to bring the MACD. I'm going to bring the MACD here. So the MACD is the one that is right down here below the volume indicator, right? So this is the MACD. Now, we are going to use the MACD to make an entry in the market using the Royoku robot. So this is the indicator, but I'm going to explain it using trading view. But I wanted you to see that the indicator is available in your Royoku robot, and you are able to see it, though you cannot enlarge so much and have a better view of the market, but you are able to see that the MACD indicator is right here. This is the MACD indicator. So we are going to use this indicator to make entries in the market, whether we are trading futures, whether we are trading the spot market. The MACD indicator will help us to make entries in the market. Okay, let me see if we are still together. Give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are following. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are following. I'm going to take you to trading view so that I can expand the indicator. Okay, I can expand the indicator before we come back to Royoku again and then set the robot to enter the market using the indicator. Okay, so it seems that we are together. I can see the ones popping up in the chat. Okay, so let's go back to trading view. Let's go to trading view. I'm going to bring trading view application over here. Yes, the reason why I'm coming here, I want you to understand the MACD indicator probably in detail, so that when you are using it in Royoku robot, you are able to understand how this indicator operates. Okay, so I'm having the RSI here. So I'm gonna bring the MACD indicator into the chart. I want to explain a couple of things, yeah, that the MACD indicator is having. Okay, so excuse me. So let me okay, let me do this. Okay. All right. I think it is visible on your side. Is it visible enough on your side? Can you see clearly the indicator? Can you see clearly the indicator? Please confirm if you are able to see clearly the indicator on your side before we get into it. Can you see it clearly? Okay, all right. So let's come here, ladies and gentlemen. The MACD indicator, the word is called MACD. Okay. So MACD indicator comprises of moving average. The M is for moving. Okay. The M is for moving. The A is for averages. Okay. The M is for moving. The A is for averages. So these moving averages, okay, the moving averages, what do they do? Sometimes they converge. The C is for convergency. Okay, the C is for convergency. The D is for divergency. Let me come again. The MACD indicator, it is an indicator that we normally use to trade. Now, the word MACD, it means moving average, convergency, divergency. So they are moving averages in the MACD indicator, and we are going to pinpoint them out. These moving averages, sometimes they converge, sometimes they diverge. That's why the C stands for convergence and the D stands for divergence. Okay? Is that clear before we go any further? The moving average convergence divergence indicator. So we do have moving average on top here. I'm going to explain them one after the other, and we see how do they converge and how do they diverge, these moving averages that are on top here. But first of all, you need to understand that a MACD comprises of moving averages that converge and diverge. Is that clear? Is that point taken? Is that point taken? Let me see. Is that point taken? Is that point taken? Is that point taken? Is that point taken? Give me a yes if it is clear. Give me a yes if it is clear. I just want to move with you step by step, okay? So that you understand the MACD indicator, though it is the Royal Q robot that is going to use it to enter the market on your behalf. But at least you should know, what does this indicator do? When we instruct our Royal Q robot to use it to enter the market, how does it work? Okay? All right. So let me come back to trading view. So this is the indicator. The indicator comprises the followings. You can see when I opened Royal Q, I showed you the indicator is showing 3 lines. Probably let me go back there yeah. Let me just come back here and then I press in the MACD. So when you come to Royal Q, they are these 2 lines. The colors does not matter, it's about understanding them. So Royal Q is giving us this color. Is this orange? Okay. Is this orange? I think this is orange. And what other color is this one? What is this type, this color? Give me a name of this color. Give me a name of this color. I just want to engage you so that I know that you are following. What is the name of this color? The other one is orange. What is the name of the other color that Royal Q is giving us? Let me come in the chat so that I see we are following, we are together, we are engaging. Yes, what is the name of the other color? Is that purple? Okay. All right. Fine, it is purple. So in Royal Q, we are having two colors and 2 lines. One is orange, one is purple. Okay. But here in trading view, okay, we are having 2 colors as well. But here we customize, we choose the colors for ourselves. Okay, according to the settings, we choose the colors for ourselves. So I'm not going to go into the settings of the indicator, but I just want to explain how does the indicator work. So here we do have 2 colors, which is blue and then orange. It's still orange, right? This is orange, am I correct? So this is blue and this is orange. Okay, now the blue line, it is called the MACD. Okay, MACD line, the blue line. It is called the MACD line. Okay, while the orange line, it is called the signal line. It is called the signal line, the orange line. So these are 2 moving averages. When you check closely, you are going to see that there is a 26 as well as a 12 moving average here. When you check on my indicator closely, you will see that there is a 12 and a 26. Can you see there where it is showing the indicator, the name of the indicator? There are two numbers there. So there is a 12 moving average and a 26 moving average. So these two lines, they are the ones that are the moving averages. So the blue line, it is the MACD line, while the orange line, it is called the signal line. Is that taken? Is that point clear? Is that point clear? I'm moving step by step. Did we get that? Did we get that? Let me see. Did we get that? Did we get that? The blue and the orange. The blue and the orange. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's come back here. I want you to know when these two lines are moving, what impact, okay, what do they bring to the market, to you as a trader? So these two lines, they move, okay? They move. If you are to come down here, there is a line here. There is a line here. And this line has got a number. It is the 0 line. Okay? These two lines, they move along this 0 line. I want you to understand this clearly. These two lines, they move on the 0 line. They go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. But the line that they move along, it is the 0 line. There is a 0 line here between this mountain and this valley. Okay? Between this mountain and this valley, in the middle, there is a line called the 0 line. So these two lines, they move along the 0 line. I think that one is clear. Now, these two lines, when they are moving, they are signaling what is happening on top here. I'm going to pull my screen after I have done my explanation so that you are able to understand what I'm trying to say. These two lines, when they are moving, you are going to find out that they cross each other. They do what we call crossovers. You're right. In most cases, it is the blue line that crosses the orange line to go on top of it. Then it will also cross and come down. The blue line makes crossovers, okay? It crosses the orange to start moving above it. Sometimes it will cross and start moving below it. As you can see, there was a crossover here. This crossover, the blue line was moving below the orange line. Can you see? The orange line is above, the blue line is below. Okay, according to what is happening here. Can you see that this orange line is on top while the blue line is below? But here, you can see that the blue line is on top, the orange line is below. So they normally do these crossovers. Okay, these two lines, they cross each other. So it will cross over and start moving above. It will cross and start moving below. All right, now let's identify these crossovers. Very key to our trading. So when the blue line comes from below, okay, when the blue line comes from below, it was moving below the orange line. Then it comes and crosses the orange line, starting to move above it. This type of a cross that has happened here, it is called a golden cross. Okay? This type of a cross, when a blue line crosses over the orange line and start moving above it, that type of a crossover, it is called a golden cross. Is that clear? Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Now, once a golden cross has happened, this is what normally happens, signifying the market on top. I want to pull this screen and bring it here. Okay, let me pull this screen and bring it here. I want to bring the market here. Okay, I want to bring the market here. All right, let me do this. I think this is good enough. Okay, so I have brought the market, the chart. This is our chart. Okay, so there was a crossover here called a golden cross. When a golden cross happened here, and then the blue line started to move above the orange line, and here on top, when you check the market, there was a rise, there was price going up. If I was to draw a line where this crossover happened, okay, if I was to draw a line here where this crossover happened, let me bring a vertical line here. Okay, a crossover happened right here. Okay, oh, what happened? Okay, let me bring the pen again. Let me bring the pen again. Okay, so a crossover happened here. Okay, a crossover happened here. Yes, let me remove one. I have tapped twice. Let me remove one. Yes, let me delete one and remain with one. Okay, so if you look closely, let me enlarge the screen. If you look closely, can you see where the golden cross happened here? Okay, when the blue line crossed the orange line and started to move above it, and then you look on top here, can you see what was happening in terms of price? You are able to see that the market was going up. The price started to signal upward movement once this golden cross happened, right? Is this clear? Are you able to see, ladies and gentlemen? When the blue line, the MACD line crossed the signal line to start moving above it. Can you see what was happening on top here? Are you able to see? Let me come in the chat. Let me see if we are together. Are you able to see what happened after that golden cross? What did you see there? What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? I want to see if you're following. What happened? Uptrend. What happened? Uptrend. What happened? MACD. What happened with MACD? A crossover. Okay. An upward trend. Okay. Uptrend. All right. Uptrend. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of uptrend. Okay, so you can see the moment the crossover happened and price started to go up, started to rise. Okay, so if you were to make an entry immediately after this crossover, can you see what happened here? The market went high up to this level. So the moment you saw this crossover happening, let's say that you were analyzing the market, to those that know how to analyze the market, then you saw this crossover happening here. It means you could make your entry and then collect this profit up to that level. So the MACD has helped us to find an entry position so that we don't just enter in the market anyhow, but we should only enter where a golden cross is happening if we are to trade the upward movement. Okay, so we don't want to enter the market blindly, but we want to enter the market at the right time when something is signaling, when something is happening. So if you were to find out this, then you could make your proper entry in the market, then you could collect some profit. What I'm simply saying is, ladies and gentlemen, wherever the MACD makes a golden cross, it is a good opportunity to enter the market. And in most cases, it is a win-win situation. Okay? When you are using the MACD to make entries in the market, most of your trades are successful, because when a golden cross happens, then the market rises. Yes, it may retrace before it continues to go up, but immediately after the golden cross, you are able to see that the market has made a shift to the upper side. So in Royal Q, we want the bot to buy when this golden cross is happening. The robot should monitor instead of you and me. The robot is the one that is going to monitor this golden cross. When it is happening in the coin, let the robot make an entry here. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So that's why I wanted you to understand how this MACD indicator works. So this is a golden cross that has happened here. Now, let's come here. After the golden cross has happened, okay, the market went up, as you can see here. The market went up. It went up to this level. When the market went up to that level, and the market started to come down, okay? So if we are to look closely, here, you will see that the market, when it was starting to come down, you are able to see that our indicator, the MACD, started to give us a signal. It started to bend, okay? It started to what? To bend. But the actual crossover to the downside, it happened here. Let me draw another line here that signals another crossover, but to the downside. Okay, there was a crossover here. Can you see here? The MACD made a cross there. Okay, I did not draw it at the right position. Let me delete this one. Let me draw it here correctly. Yeah, let me draw it here correctly. Okay, let me put it here. All right, so you can see the time the MACD, or the blue line, was making a crossover to the downside, okay, right here. When you look up here, you can see that the market has already made a shift to the downside. So it continues to go down there. So if you were to trade futures, remember in futures, we long the market and we short the market. All right. So using our Royal Q robot, we can also short the market using a MACD crossover to the downside. This type of a crossover, when the market has gone up and then it is coming down, and it happens that the blue line is crossing the orange line, so that the blue line started to move below it. This type of a crossover, it is called a death cross. It is a death. This one is called a golden. It is a golden and a death cross. So the MACD indicator gives us these two crosses, the golden cross and the death cross. So if we are to enter the market, we want to long the market. Let's say we are trading futures, we want to long the market. Then we are going to use the golden cross. If we are to short the market, we want to trade a downtrend of the market, then we are going to use the death cross. But this is going to be done by the robot. The robot will monitor the death cross and the golden cross. Is this clear about golden and death cross? Is this clear? Is this clear? The death and the golden cross. Is this clear? Is this clear? The death and the golden cross. Is this clear? Before I leave the trading view, there is one more thing that I want to share. There is one more thing I want to share before I leave the trading view and go to Royal Q. There is one more thing I want to share. So I want you to understand first the golden cross and the death cross. The golden cross and the death cross. Derek, what is your problem? I hope you did not come late, because I have explained in detail about the death cross and the golden cross. What is your problem? Okay, maybe before I attend to Derek, let me bring this to your attention. Let me bring this to your attention. Now, these are the moving averages, the two moving averages. Now, I said that these two moving averages, what happened now? Okay, let me bring that. Okay. These two moving averages, if you are to look closely, they move on a zero line here. Okay. Now, apart from these two lines, there is these things that you are seeing here. They are part of the indicator. They come as a package. The two lines plus this, okay, they are a package. So these bars, they are called histograms. Okay, they are called histograms. What is the essence of histograms in the MACD indicator? When you look closely, you are going to see histograms in green, histograms in light green, histograms in red, histograms in light red, right? So the histograms, they help you to understand how much volume is in the market. Let me repeat. The histograms here, they help you to understand how much volume is in the market. Each histogram here, if you are to enlarge your screen, each histogram here, it is also aligned with a candle. If I was to draw a line here, you can see, okay? Can you see this histogram? If I draw another histogram here, I mean another line, another vertical line here, okay? If I was to draw a vertical line there, I draw also another vertical line here. I just want you to see that each and every histogram here, it also points to a candle, and it will show you how much volume was in that particular candle. I don't know if you are able to see clearly. Can you see this candle here? Can you see this histogram here? Can you see this candle here? Can you see this histogram here? Can you see this candle over here? Can you see the histogram here? So each and every histogram represents also the volume of the candle on top here. That's why I'm saying the histograms, they are going to help you how much volume is in the market. So you are able to see that they'll be coming small. Yes, first there it is going to be small. It will be increasing. It will be enlarging, meaning to say the volume up here is increasing. The volume up here is increasing. Yes, this is an uptrend. So you can see that the volume is increasing. So you are able to see that because of the color green. Now, when the color green started to change to light green, as you can see here, can you see the green, pure green, okay, or the dark green is changing to light green? It means that the volume that was going up there, it is no longer the same. It is starting to decrease. That's why you see these green histograms. They are changing to light green histograms. They are signifying the amount of pressure that is now in the market. That's why you are able to see that these histograms are changing to light histograms. Can you see? Can you see? Until it came to a point that the light histograms disappeared, then it became pure red. Red histograms started to appear. So when red histograms start to appear, you should know that a crossover, a death cross has happened. The market has signaled that it is going down. Here, when the light histograms was there, the blue MACD line, it was still moving on top. It was still moving above the orange one. But the moment it crossed and started moving below, then you can see the type of candles. The type of candles. Can you see the pressure there? Once the death cross happened, the color of the histogram changed. I don't know if you are noticing this. When the light histograms, the light green histograms disappeared, then the red histograms appeared. This signifies that the volume, if it was buyers' volume when the market was rising, buyers, they have lost control. Now sellers are in the market. That's why you see pure red here. This is volume of sellers. This is volume of buyers. Right. Now, when the market has been moving below now, and it want to change direction, probably to the upper side, you are going to see the volume of sellers in the market decreasing. Can you see the light red histograms? When there was red here, which is right here, all right? So when the pressure of sellers started to decrease, the histograms start also to give you a signal that the amount of selling pressure that was in the market is reducing. As a result, you are able to see the light red histograms, and they are going to start to change in terms of their size. Can you see? They started to change. When they reached here, when a golden cross was happening here, let me enlarge this area. Let me enlarge this area so that you are able to see clearly. All right. Can you see when the pressure of sellers was coming to an end, the blue line started to point up, meaning to say buyers are coming in numbers, because buyers, they normally buy when the price is low. So it has been low for a very long time. As you can see, the blue line has been moving below. Now it is an opportunity for buyers to enter the market. Now you can see that the blue line is signaling to go up. When it was signaling to go up, check the amount of pressure for sellers. Check the amount of pressure for sellers. Check the amount of pressure for sellers. Can you see there? So when a golden cross was happening here, when the market was changing direction to show that now it is going up, then you are able to see that there was no more selling pressure. but it was buying pressure and the market went up. So this point, it is a point of entry. That's where we want to instruct our robot to make an entry. That's where we want to instruct our robot to make entries whenever a golden cross happens, if we are to trade an uptrend. If we are to trade a downtrend, let the robot buy when there is a golden cross, not a golden cross, sorry, a death cross. That is for futures. If we are trading futures, then we'll be entering. That is when we are shorting the market. Remember, we can also trade futures when we are longing the market, an uptrend. That is longing. When the market is going down, that's what we call shorting of the market, right? So on the shorting of the market, we're gonna use a death cross in MACD. We're gonna set our robot buy when a death cross is happening. We're gonna set our robot buy when a golden cross is what is happening. So that's why I said we don't want to enter the market blindly, because in most cases, as you can see here, wherever there is a golden cross, the price rises. Wherever there is a death cross, the price goes down. So this is a high chance that you are going to have a winning trade. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see if we are together. Are we together? Have you understood the MACD indicator? Why Royal Q brought it in its chart so that we are able to make entry, whether we are shorting the market or whether we are longing the market, whether we are doing spot trading. But we should not enter the market blindly. Let us enter the right time by setting our robot using the MACD indicator. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Can I go to Royal Q now? Can I go to Royal Q now? Can I go to Royal Q now? Give me a signal. Can I go to Royal Q now? Can I go to Royal Q now? Okay. All right. So let me bring Royal Q here now. And then we go to the settings. How do we set the MACD indicator so that our Royal Q can use it to make entry? Okay. I'm saying making entry in the market. I'm not saying buying of margin calls. Please get me clearly here. We are using the MACD indicator so that our Royal Q robot can make an entry in the market, meaning to say the buying of the first buy amount. When the robot is entering the market for the first time, let it make that entry objectively. Yes, let us enter the market objectively with the Royal Q robot. So when you come to your Royal Q robot, let me come to the home page. Let me come to the home page. All right. So here I'll just pick a coin at random. I'll just pick a coin at random, right? So let me open this coin. Okay. This coin, when I open it, okay, when I look at the technical indicators here, you can see it is showing sell. It is showing sell here. All right. So I want you to give a close attention. We are going to trade in a lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes time frame. Royal Q did set the indicators that we are going to enter using we are going to use the indicators to enter the market. These indicators, they are set by Royal Q in a 15 minutes time frame. The entry is gonna happen, Royal Q monitoring the golden cross, if it is a golden cross, If it is a death cross, Royal Q is monitoring it in the 15 minutes what? Time frame. So the entry is going to happen in 15 minutes. Any golden cross that is happening in 15 minutes, let the Royal Q robot trigger a buy. I want you to understand that, because when you open, you are going to see that. Can you see here? It shows 15 minutes here. So Royal Q is monitoring. Okay, when it is making an entry using an indicator, it is done in a 15 minutes time frame. That's why we said, can we snipe the market in a shorter time frame? Remember, when you are sniping the market in a shorter time frame, you don't take a bigger take profit. You take small take profit repeatedly. So you can take your 1%, 1.2%, 1.5%, at least maximum should be 2%. Yeah, maximum should be 2%. But I would recommend 1% to 1.5% when you are sniping the market. Now, let's come here now. This is the market. I want to set this trade, okay? I want to use MACD to enter the market when a golden cross is happening. I'm gonna start with a golden cross. Then after that, we're gonna go to death cross. So I'm gonna tap create. I'm going to tap create here, all right? I'm setting this trade. I want my robot to buy when a golden cross is happening in MACD. So I will tap, then I tap, I understand. Then I'm going to tap here. Okay, let me do this. Let me go to the spot market before I come to futures. Let me go to the spot market before I come to futures. I'm going to come to futures. Okay. So let me open any coin here. My network now is taking long. Let me go back to futures. I don't know. Let me go back to futures. Let me see. Okay, let me open this, because it is the same thing, whether it is in spot or whether in futures, but we are looking for the golden cross. Okay, so let me do this. All right, so I want to set this coin. For a golden cross to happen, it means I should be longing the market. I need to long the market. Is that correct? I want my robot to buy when a golden cross is happening. So for a golden cross to happen, it means the market is going up. So I need to long the market. Okay, I'm not going to short it. I'm going to long the market. So it is already here under longing. If I tap like this, it means it is under short. Here, longing. So I'm longing the market here. Then I'm gonna tap on trade setting. Then I choose manually create. Manually create, right? Then it's gonna bring me here. If I do have a strategy that I have already set, that I don't want to start setting all these things one by one, then I'm going to use my strategy setting here. I'm going to choose it. Okay, I'm going to apply this one, right? Now, for me to set the MACD indicator so that this trade should be triggered, or the robot should buy first time with my first buy-in amount, then I need to come down here, okay? I'm not going to input all the things that are needed here, okay? All these things, I'm not going to put them in. But I just want you to see, where do you set the trap of the MACD so that the robot can enter the market first time when a golden cross is happening, right? That's where I am focusing. So when you open here, you are going to see this part, right down there, there is this feature called advanced settings, and it is optional. It means you can use it or you cannot use it. It's not by force. That's why it is showing optional. But I want to use this feature. How? I want the robot to enter using this feature. Then I'm going to tap on it. When I tap on it, it is going to give me extra features down here. Can you see these extra features down here? After I tap advanced settings, then it brings this down here. Right now, here, I want my robot to buy, right, when golden cross of MACD is happening. So here it says first buy triggering condition. What is the condition that is going to trigger this buy? So I want this triggering should be MACD. That's why it says first buy triggering condition. If I tap on this thing here, okay, if I tap on this thing here, I can read more if I don't understand. Can you see there? Can you see after tapping this thing here, there is extra info that I need to buy. Okay? So you can see that I want my robot to buy. I want my robot to buy, okay? By entering a specific value, the system will only buy when the market price reaches that value. And that value is MACD golden cross. That value is MACD golden cross. It says the system will only buy when the market price reaches that value. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Right? So I tap, I understand. Okay? I want my buy to be triggered by MACD. So here at the end here, if you look closely, there is triggering price. When I tap on triggering price, it's when they are going to give me which indicator I want to use for the price to be triggered. So I am choosing MACD here. Here is MACD. We do have KDJ. We do have RSI. All these indicators can be used when triggering price. But today, we are looking at MACD. We want our robot to buy when a MACD triggers a buy using the golden cross. So I'm going to tap MACD. The moment I tap MACD, by default, Royal Q is bringing golden cross. Can you see the golden cross we were discussing about in Trading View? Can you see? So by default, Royal Q brings golden cross because I am longing the market. I did choose long, then Royal Q brings golden cross. Golden cross happens when the blue line crosses the orange line to start moving above it. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. So here is golden cross. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you look closely here, Royal Q has imputed the time frame. Can you see what I was telling you? There is already the time frame 15 minutes, meaning to say this golden cross, Royal Q robot will be monitoring it in a 15 minutes time frame. Any golden cross happening in 15 minutes, my robot is going to trigger a buy and it will buy. Right. Now, I told you that the blue line and the orange line, they move on a line called the zero line. So here is the zero. Royal Q is bringing the zero here. So sometimes the crossover, the golden cross, can happen below here, or it can happen above here. I want you to listen to me closely so that you understand why is this 0 here. When I was explaining the MACD indicator in trading view, I said that these two lines, they move on a line called the 0 line. They are histograms down here. They are histograms on top here. Between here, there is a 0 line. Now, sometimes the crossover of a golden happens below here. Sometimes it happens above here. Meaning to say these two lines are going to cross each other. They are moving here on top already. Okay, the blue line is below, the orange line is above, but they are above the 0. So a crossover can happen while on top here. So it means this crossover is happening above the 0 line. When these lines are moving below here, this is the orange line, this is the blue line, right? So when they are moving below the 0 line, a crossover can happen. The blue line can cross over the orange line, but below the 0. So this is also a golden cross, but it is happening below the 0. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? The essence of this 0 here. So you can set your robot, let the robot buy on a golden cross that is happening below or above. So RoyalQ has given us these signals. You can see that there is this sign and there is this sign. So this sign, it means below. This sign, it means above. Is that clear? This one here pointing backward, it means below the 0 line. This one pointing forward, it means above the 0 line. So you can set your robot to buy when a golden cross is happening below or when a golden cross is happening above. That is the essence of this 0. But in most cases, when you are setting your RoyalQ robot on the golden cross here, RoyalQ gives you a default set of this 0. It gives you a default set. So you can just leave it the way it is. But if you want to change, I want you to understand, what does this sign mean? What does this sign mean? Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Let me come back to Zoom. Is that clear on the golden cross? Is that clear? How to set your RoyalQ robot using the MACD indicator and applying a golden cross as a first buy. Let the robot enter the market first time when a golden cross is happening. That is longing the market. That is longing the market. All right, clear. Clear, okay. All right, now let's go and short the market. Let us set this robot to buy when the market is going down, when a death cross is happening. I did explain about death cross. So I'm going to save this, okay? Since you have understood this golden cross, let me save it, okay? But now I want to change. I'm moving from longing the market. I'm moving from longing the market. I'm gonna go short, okay? So I'm going to tap short. When I tap short, I'm going to change my settings. Then I manually create, is either I apply my strategy, okay? I bring it here. Now I want to short this coin or this trade. Then I'm gonna still come here on advanced setting, right here down, advanced setting. I want the robot to buy this coin when a death cross is happening, meaning to say the market is changing direction from upper to down. Okay, so when I tap on advanced setting, okay, I tap on advanced setting, then I want my first buy to be triggered by MACD. The same way we were longing the market. The settings still the same here. Okay, it is all about first buy triggering condition. What is the condition that is going to trigger this buy? It is called first buy, not margin call. Please understand me. The robot is not going to buy your margin calls using MACD. No, it is entering the market first time using your first buy in amount. That is the triggering condition. So you tap here on trigger price so that you choose what indicator you want to use for this triggering condition. So when you tap on it, then there is MACD, KDJ, RSI. We are using MACD. So I'm going to tap on MACD. Can you see? The moment I bring MACD, but since I am shorting the market, then there is death cross here. When you long the market, you are going to see golden cross. But this is a death cross, meaning to say the market went up, it wants to come down. And the blue line is crossing the orange line to come down here. So you are going to see a crossover to the downside, which is the death cross. If I can poke your mind and bring you here, if you remember very well, okay? If you remember very well when we were here in TradingView, I just want to come quickly here, okay? I just want to come quickly here. I want you to see this, okay? Here is the point. If our robot was to buy, it could buy when this thing happened here, when it comes to a death cross. Okay? The robot could buy when this happens. Let me delete these lines so that you can see clearly the death cross. Can you see? The blue line is crossing. The blue line is crossing the orange line here. The market is going down. The blue line will start moving below while the orange line is above. Here, it was a golden cross. The blue line crossing the orange start to moving above, the orange line below. So if I was longing the market, my robot could buy when this happens here, which is golden. This one is death. Are we clear, ladies and gentlemen? Are we clear? So the robot is the one that is going to monitor these crossovers, this death cross. But remember, it is doing it in a 15 minutes time frame. When you check down here, there is a time frame that this robot is monitoring this death cross and golden cross, 15 minutes. When this is triggered, you are going to see your robot entering the market, doing the first buy. That's why I said whenever a cross happens, whether it is a golden, whether it is a death, in most cases, the trade becomes successful because the MACD indicator does not give false signals. It doesn't give false signals. So if you are collecting your 1% take profit, definitely it is going to be achieved. Can you imagine here? I want you to witness this. If you were shorting the market here when this death cross happened, if you were shorting it, this is the death cross. So if we are to look up there, from this point, the market went down up to this point. Could you not win this trade? Ladies and gentlemen, could you not win this trade if the robot made an entry here? Check up here where the entry was made. The market went down up to this level. Could you not collect your 1.5 here? Give me an answer in the chat. Could you not collect your 1.5? Give me an answer in the chat. If you were shorting the market, could you not become successful in your trade? Could you not? Could you not? Definitely, you could get out of that trade. You could get out of that trade. Even if we are to look at the longing, let's come here and look at the longing. Let's say our robot was entering here. Our robot was entering here. Here is a golden cross. Here. Right? So if we are to look up here, let me remove these lines so that you are able to see clearly. Let me delete these lines and remain with one. So if the robot entered here when a golden cross was happening, I want you to see from this point up to this point where the market started to go down. Could you not take your 1.5 peacefully? Could you not take your 1.5 peacefully from this point to this point? Even if we were to measure, let me bring a tool here and measure the take profit so that you see. If we are to do price range from this candle here, ladies and gentlemen, if we are to measure up to there, can you see how much take profit is this? 47. If I am to stop here, 55. It means this coin was having a lot of pressure. This is 4-hour time frame. So 3 candles only, or 4 candles, they are giving us 55%. So we only want 1.5 out of the 55. We only want 1.5. Could we not become successful in this trade? Tell me. Could we not become successful? Could we not become successful? Could we not become successful? We could. We could. So we can set our Royal Key robot so that it buys only when a golden cross is happening or a death cross is happening, depending on which direction of the market. Yes, which direction of the market you are trading. So you only set. Oh, I did not finish that. Probably some people are getting confused. Okay, let me finish it up. Let me finish it up. So this one, I want it to be a death cross. Let me give these settings just for settings sake. Okay, I give 10 as a leverage. Then I tap save. Okay, yes. This is a short. I want the robot to buy when a golden cross is happening. No, a death cross is happening. So I'm going to activate this. Okay, I'm activating it. I'm activating it. So here it is. So the robot will be monitoring. I want you to check here to show that this trade is active, but it is not bought by the robot. Status. Can you check at status? It says waiting for MACD trigger to make first buy. So this is the current price of the coin. Okay. That's the current price of the coin. Here it is 00 on position amount. It means the robot did not buy yet. It will only buy when a death cross is happening because I am shorting the market. So right now, the status says waiting for MACD to trigger to make first buy. So I can leave this and go to bed. Whenever a death cross is happening, my robot is going to enter the market first time for me. So I can set many of these and leave them. I'm looking for just one out of the 5 that I can set, out of the 10 that I can set. I'm only looking for one death cross in MACD. And I am going to leave money in my exchange. Okay, if I'm trading futures, I'm going to leave money only for this one coin. Okay, for this first buy. Remember, I do have my first buy here. Let me check according to my settings. How much is my first buy in amount? Okay, how much is my first buy in amount? Okay, here is my first buy. It's showing the amount in terms of the number of coins. Okay, so I'm gonna leave money only for this because I am setting 10 coins. So if it happens that one of them picks, it means there is no money for the rest of the 9 that are hanging. So even if another death cross happens in the 9, my robot is not going to buy because I only put money for one coin, and this one has already picked. So if I want to open margin calls, then I will come back to this coin. I transfer some money to my trading wallet. Then after that, I come and open margin calls. That is after I have cancelled these 9 because they are not picked by the robot. I will come and cancel them. One has been picked. Is this difficult? Is this difficult? You will keep winning if you are going to follow these instructions. You will keep winning, ladies and gentlemen. So you don't need to be an expert to trade with Royal Q. No, you just need to understand. You can just set your robot, pick some coins, set your robot, leave. You discover that one coin or one trade has been triggered. Then you will cancel the rest. But don't forget, put only money for the first buy-in amount because you are setting many coins. You are setting many coins. Don't put more money. Put money only for the first buy so that any coin that is triggered, let it use that money. The rest, when they trigger, they will find there is no money. So instead of you having 10 coins trading, you're gonna only have one. Some people are getting confused about the 9. I was saying, here, where I'm setting my robot, here, I can set 10 coins. I can set this one, I leave. I come and set another one, I leave. I come and set another one, I leave. Why am I setting many coins? I am bringing more chances to myself so that my robot should have enough chance to pick a coin for me. Because if I only set one coin, which is this one, and then a death cross does not happen in this coin, do you understand? Because I'm setting death cross. So I can choose 10. I choose 5 for death cross. I choose 5 for golden cross, which is, okay, which is longing the market. Golden cross is for longing. Death cross is shorting. So I can choose 5 for shorting, 5 for longing. Then I only leave $10, for example. I only leave $10 in my wallet. If I'm trading futures, I leave $10 in my future wallet. This is going to be my first buy-in amount. So all these 10 coins, they will be scrambling, they will be fighting for the $10. Any coin that starts first or that picks first will use the $10. The remaining 9, if they happen to trigger buy, they will find no money. So they are not going to buy. Do you get my point? Someone was asking the 9, where are the 9 coming from? I was saying, I'm going to set 10 coins here. I will choose 10 coins, 5 for shorting, 5 for longing. Then in my Binance Futures wallet, I leave only first buy-in amount. If my first buy-in amount is $20, I leave 20 USDT there. So out of these 10, if one happens to pick first, it is going to use the $20. The remaining 9, if they try to signal buy, they will find there is no money to use for the buy. As a result, my robot is not going to buy them. So when I come back, I will find this one that has already used my $20. Then I cancel the rest. I cancel. After canceling, if I need to open margin calls, then I'll come to my funding wallet. I move capital to my futures account for the margin calls. Is that clear? Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Let me see questions in the chat. Yes, I just pick any coin without technical analysis. I don't need to be an expert. I just pick any coin. The robot is the one that is going to choose for me to make entry. The trap that I am using to enter is the MACD. So I'm not going to enter the market blindly. No. The MACD indicator will help me to enter the market. So that is the reason why I was explaining the MACD indicator. When it is making a golden cross, when it is making a death cross. So I'm not an expert, but I'm using something to trap the market for me. No, I'm talking about margin calls just in case. Sometimes my robot can make entry, whether it is a golden cross, then you discover that the market can just go a little bit down. Okay? The market can retrace and go down after it has made the first entry. So I'm opening those margin calls for that. Yes. Even though I'm only collecting 1%, but I'm just making sure that I am safe. If the market is retracing, I'm safe. I'm safe. No, when you buy, you are not done because you don't control the direction of the market. Yes, the MACD has signaled an uptrend, which is a golden cross. But sometimes you may not know. Remember, we don't control this market. The MACD can make a crossover, then something happens in the market on that coin, maybe news, something happens. Then the market changes direction immediately after the robot has bought. That's why we are opening the MACD. Yes, the same applies in the spot market. This trick or this strategy, you can use it in spot and in futures. No, you did not see it closely. You did not see it closely. Isaac, I did not short the market using golden cross. There is no golden cross there. It was a death cross. Let me show you. Let me share my screen. I did not short the market using golden cross. No, you did not see closely. Let me share my screen. When you are shorting the market, there is no golden cross. There is death cross. Okay? When you are shorting the market, there is no golden cross. Which coin was that? Was it Hyper? It was Hyper, right? It was Hyper, right? I can't remember. Okay. So let me just come back here and explain. This is longing the market. Can you see it is long here? It is long. Okay. So when I tap on this area, on the advanced, okay, what happened? Let me bring it back. So when I tap here, okay, can you see there's golden cross here? Golden cross. There on top is long. All right. So if I am doing shorting, it's not going to show golden cross here. That's why I'm saying you did not see it well. You didn't see it properly. Let me save this. Let me come back to short. I want to short the same coin. Then I come here. Then I tap on advanced. Okay. Are you seeing golden cross here? Is this the golden cross? I'm shorting the market here. Here on top here. Here is short. Here is short here. Short. Down here. Is this golden cross? Is this golden cross? No, there is no golden cross in the short. No ways. So you didn't see it properly. Okay? You didn't see it properly, yeah. You didn't see it properly. Let me check if there is other questions. The take profit will be hit irrespective of the amount involved in the trade. Liquidation is real, guys. Liquidation is real. Okay? When you are trading futures, liquidation is real. Any other questions? Repeat signs of golden cross and death cross. There is no signs. There is no signs. You just go and set the robot to buy under golden cross or to buy under death cross. When you are using golden cross, it means if you are trading futures, you are longing the market. Okay? If you are trading futures, you are longing the market under golden cross. If you are using death cross, you are shorting the market. Yes. Okay, guys. So when it comes to liquidation, if you don't have enough capital in your futures account, okay, when your liquidation price is coming closer, then you should know that you get liquidated. But when you are having enough capital, transfer some money to your futures account. Then you discover that your liquidation price is going to be moved away from the current price. Okay? The exchange normally, it uses that money as a collateral. All right? In most cases, when you are getting liquidated, it means you did not put enough money to move your liquidation price away from the current price. When we are doing spot trading, okay, when we are doing spot trading, we normally say when the robot buys a margin call, it normally pushes your average price to come closer to the current price in spot. But in futures, when you put capital, your liquidation price is moved far from the current price. Remember, the current price is coming closer to your liquidation price. So when you put money, okay, when you add some capital, you will discover that your liquidation price has been moved. It's automatic. It normally happens automatic. Okay? Lydia, you open margin calls according to the capital. How much capital do you want to allocate to the coin? So I cannot recommend how many margin calls should you open when I don't know your capital. Okay, so capital management, we always teach you in other trainings. How much capital should you expose? How much capital you shouldn't expose? But when you have find out that I want to use $100, okay, in this trade alone, I want to use $100 in this trade alone, then you are going to calculate how much is going to be your first buying amount out of the 100. Okay, what's gonna be your first buy-in amount? Once you have find out, then the remaining balance it is going to be for your margin calls. It's when now you are going to calculate, okay, I'm remaining with $80. Okay, I have used $20 to be first buy-in amount. I'm remaining with 80. Okay, now how many margin calls can I give? Okay, if my first buying amount is $10, maybe I'm going to open 10. I'm going to open 8. So every margin call, the robot is going to use $10, $10, $10 if I'm using 111 on the multiple buy-in ratio. I'm just giving that as an example, but it's not the best. It's not the best. Yeah, I'm talking about the cross margin. I'm not talking about isolation. Isolated margin call. Isolated mode. I'm talking of cross margin. When you are doing cross margin. Okay, somebody says I should come. I should demonstrate how to cancel. How to cancel. Which trade did I say it? Can I remember the trade? Let me see. You just come here and cancel like this, the same way you did set. When you set a trade, can you see here? Okay, this is the trade. It is showing pause here. Guys, to those that were asking, how do you cancel the rest, the 9? Can you see it showing pause here? It means this trade is active, though it did not buy. Can you see here on the status? It is still saying waiting for MACD trigger to make first buy. So I can just come here and tap cancel. I'm going to tap pause. Pause here. See, I'm suspending the trade. It did not buy. I'm not going to lose anything. So I'm going to tap confirm. It is cancelled. That's why it is showing here buy, or it's showing here activate. It did not buy anything. That's how you cancel it. They are going to show. Okay, when you activate all of them, they are going to look like this. They will look like this. Okay, they are going to look like this. Like the way it is looking now, it means it's active. It is showing pause here. Pause. Pause. It means it is active, but it did not buy yet. The status says waiting for MACD to trigger first buy. So if 1 is bought and the 9 are like this, I'm gonna come and tap cancel all of them. I suspend all of them. I suspend. Then this trade is suspended. It is not going to buy. Just like that. Is that okay? The MACD will only work on the coin you have set. The other trades you did not use MACD to enter, it is not going to work. Okay? It is not going to work. It's gonna only work where you have set it. If you are having trades that are running, the MACD is not going to be applied in those trades. No. Evans, seriously, you did not see where I was pressing. Guys, when you are trading in cross margin and isolated margin, in cross margin, okay, in cross margin, it means that if you put $20 or if you put $100, but your trade is only $50, when you are being liquidated, there is a possibility that your $50 plus the other $50 are going to be taken away in cross margin. While in isolated margin, it means that if you put $10 in a trade and you are having $20 unused, there is $10 in a trade, okay, $20 unused. It simply means when you are being liquidated, they are going to liquidate the $10. Okay? They're going to liquidate the $10. So both cross margin and isolated margin, they do have their advantages and disadvantages. They do have their advantages and disadvantages. What should I explain here, Ruth? Eh? Ruth, what should I explain here? What do you want me to explain? Hmm? You have invested $50 in the trade and you are floating with negative 13. Out of your $50, there is negative 13 there. That's what I'm seeing here. So what should I explain that you don't understand, Ruth? What should I explain? Yes, I'm explaining the picture you sent me. I'm seeing the picture here. What do you want me to explain? I see you've got a trade and you're floating with negative 13, but you are having 50, is it $50 in the trade? Oh, you're asking if you are near liquidation. Okay. All right. So you can open the coin further. You open the coin further. Okay. You tap on the coin. When you come here, for example, let me share my screen so that you are able to see. Let me share my screen. You must check here, Ruth. Even in the exchange, it also shows you. Okay. When you set up a trade, let me bring that coin. Oh, come on. I'm coming to Binance now. Okay. So if you set up this coin like this, Let me set it. Just for you to see your liquidation price. Okay. I want to short this coin. All right, I activate. Let me see the settings first. Am I still using MACD before it triggers a buy? Okay, so MACD is still there. So I activate. Okay. So when you open further here, when you tap on trade setting here, when you open this coin on trade setting, not on trade setting, sorry. Here, if this coin is going to buy, you are going to see your liquidation price here. It shows the liquidation price. Once it buys, it is going to show you your liquidation price right here. So you are able to see when you are floating here, how far are you to your liquidation? When you check your floating here, when you look at current price, how far are you to your liquidation? If you were shorting or you were longing the market, it shows liquidation price here. Is that okay, Ruth? You can open your coin, you're going to see it there. If you are trading futures, not spot, I'm talking of futures, not spot. There is no liquidation in spot. It is only in futures trading. Anyone with a question before I leave? Some of these questions, guys, we need another class. If you have $200 capital, how can you divide it to enter market to get at least $5 profit in the spot? We need another class for that. Okay. All right, let me answer one more question. There's a question here. How do you stop? Okay. How do you stop? Okay, guys, I have activated MACD here. Let me show you. Let me share my screen. I have activated MACD here in this coin. Let me bring it here. You see, I have activated MACD in this trade. Okay, here is MACD. All right, even if I tap cancel or I stop this trade before it is bought, if I happen to come and set this coin, I will find MACD already in it. Okay, I will find MACD when I come next time. If I am going to short it, okay, if I come to this coin, I want to short it, I will find MACD already in it. I need to cancel it. Okay, so for me to cancel, I'm gonna come to the coin. Okay, I am canceling this coin here, meaning to say my robot is not going to buy it. I want to cancel it. So I cancel here. I'm suspending the trade. After suspending the trade, I am coming again to set this trade. I need to check if I traded using MACD indicator. I come here on trade setting. Then I'm gonna come here on advanced. Here on advanced. Because MACD is still there. I need to change. Okay? I'm gonna tap on advanced. Okay? Yes. So I want to change MACD. I don't want MACD to be used in the next trade. I'm going to tap here. There's this arrow pointing down here, because first buy triggering condition was MACD. So when I tap on this arrow, okay, there is MACD, there is KDJ, there is RSI, and then trigger price. Trigger price, it means normal price that you want the robot to take the trade on. So when I tick trigger price, it will go to normal. It will go back to normal. Are we together? That's how you remove an indicator that you laid in a trade to make a first buy. You just need to come on the advanced option here, advanced setting here. Okay? So now I'm using trigger price. If I don't want trigger price, then I'm gonna tap here on first triggering condition, first buy triggering condition. I tap here, I change trigger price because currently it's trigger price. Then I choose the indicator. But if there was indicator, I come still on here, I tap here, then I choose trigger price. Then it goes back to normal. I know some of you, you are getting confused. You are suffering, you are struggling. Hey, my indicator is not getting away whenever I want to set another trade. Hey, it is there. Yes, you did not change it. You needed to come here and change it. Then after that, I save. So when I come to short this coin, I'm not going to find MACD in this coin. Is that okay, Leader Kate? Leader Kate, is that okay? I saw you were asking that question. Yes, it is safe to activate MACD on a cycle, but you should know that the robot will only buy again. Remember cycle, the robot sells and buys the same coin. Now, after it has sold, it is not going to buy same time because MACD crossover or death cross is not happening that time. So after it has sold, it will keep quiet. It will keep quiet behind the scenes. It will be monitoring another MACD again, whether it was a death cross or whether it was a golden cross. When it happens again, boom, it will buy. That is in a cycle. No, we don't put stop loss in Royal Q. There's no stop loss. There's no stop loss. Yeah, you can go to Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel. If you want to watch this training again, go to Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel. All right. Someone has already sent the link there. Thank you so much, Leader Shem. Someone has already sent the link. Royoki is missing stop loss. Why should you put stop loss when you're having margin calls? Why should you have stop losses when you're having margin calls? You don't understand the reason why Royoki put margin calls. Any other question, guys, before I leave? Any other question before I leave? Any other question? See me, I don't mind staying here as long as you are giving me work. I can prolong the training. You cannot incorporate below and above in one trade. It's not possible. Rudin, you cannot incorporate below and above in one single trade. It's not possible. It doesn't work. Yes, you can choose one. Yasmin, Yasmin, why were you watching your money going under 10 feet? Why didn't you save it? You could have put some more capital. You could not get liquidated. You could not get liquidated. You could have put some more capital. You did not see the link. Where are you checking? The link is right here. I'm even seeing it here. Here. Let me give you the link. You are not seeing the link. Let me help you see the link. Let me help you see the link. I'm sharing the screen here. Let me look for you. Eh? Here is the link. Here. There's a link here. Here is the link. Here. Can you see it? Can you see this link here? Somebody did send the link here. You did not see it. Here it is. Is that okay now? Is that okay now? Crypto Guru. Crypto Guru, did you see the link now? Did you see the link? Oh, Crypto Guru is so slow. He said he want to check. Can you imagine that? What type of Crypto Guru are you, eh? I was circling it for you. I'm sharing my screen here so that you can see the link. Eh? But still you don't see it. Crypto Guru. Which mode is good for trading MACD? Single or cycle? It depends on you. What do you want to achieve? If you want to trade one shot, you trade one shot. If you want to trade cycle, you trade cycle. But MACD applies in all. I said that when you are using MACD in a cycle, after the robot has sold, it will never buy immediately. It will never buy immediately. It will wait for another MACD crossover. Okay? Crypto Guru, are you seeing your screen? Can you see I'm sharing screen? Crypto Guru. I'm repeating myself here. Here is a link. Here. Here. Can you see it? Let me copy it for you. Then I'm gonna come and paste it here. There is the link. If you cannot see this one, hey, I give up. If you can't see this one, I give up. Can you set both death cross and golden cross at the same time? Yes. You can set death cross and golden cross in one coin. Death cross is for the coin when it is going down. Golden cross when is the coin going up. So you can trade one coin to both directions. But to me, it does not make sense. To me, it does not make sense trading one coin both directions. If you are floating on the other side, you are winning on the other side. Yasmin, I cannot cry. I cannot cry. What happened here? Okay. Yeah, you've got a big heart. I can see you've got a big heart here. You need to have a good strategy to trade with. Eh? Jasmine, you need to have a good strategy to trade with. I see you are having very good capital. You need a very good strategy. You can't be liquidated with that amount of capital. You can't. If your strategy is good, you cannot be liquidated. Okay, all right, guys. I think we have come to the end of our sharing for today. No, it's not possible for both golden cross and death cross happening in one coin. It's not possible. Death cross, the market is going down. So if the market is going down, there is no way that golden cross should be also happening at the same time, because golden cross meaning the market is going up. Okay? But you can set, I'm talking of setting. Remember, you want the robot to monitor which one will happen first. So you can set the same coin both directions. Okay? You can set the coin both directions. But I'm simply saying, if golden cross is happening, death cross cannot happen same time. Okay. All right. Let's call it a night, guys. Too much of everything is. Yeah, Yasmin. Yasmin. Yeah. I don't know what to say to you. But you do have a very good amount of capital. You just need a good strategy. You just need a good strategy. You can't be going 10 feet under. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Stop chasing the market, Jasmine. Stop chasing the market. Okay? Don't chase the market. You're not going to catch it. So find a strategy that will attract the market for you. The market should be coming to you, not you coming after the market. Jasmine. Okay, guys. Let's call it a night. We'll meet again on Wednesday. I'll be here. Then we're also going to have time. Thank you so much for the questions that I asked. And thank you for all who participated. Where do we find good strategies? we don't save them somewhere. We just create them. We create them. Yes, you don't find them in Royal Queue. We create them because of your experience of trading. Okay. Seems like people, they don't want me to go. All right, guys, good night. We'll meet again next time. May the good Lord keep you safe, keep you from falling until we meet again. Be blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye.